This thing is a pain in the butt. So is all this paper in here. Maybe I should clean the camera. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. There you go. Close enough. I wanted to fix this the other day. So it's pretty tight. This is a good pair of channel locks. It was in the back of my truck. Channel locks. Part number 911. It's cable cutters. They're meant for electrical cable cutting, but I use it for hose. Oh, that hurt my neck. I can't use them in this condition. Oh, they would take off a finger and a clean sweep on a normal day, but because Channel Lock brand. I love these blue plastic dip handles. Couple of things. One, some brake cleaner. This is the fantastic thing in the whole wide world. Brake cleaner. Whoever invented this. It's a great guy. Blasting inside the crack. And it's volatile. So maybe use it in a well-ventilated area. Like your garage. I think that Channel Lock has a patent on the type of rivet they use to actually fasten the two halves of the blade together. Yeah. There's a couple things about this one that I don't like. One, there is a flat on here inside the blade. I don't know if you can see it. There's a flat surface right there. And there's another flat surface right here on this side. So when you close your blade, the first part that touches, they're even beveled the opposite direction to each other. So that when you close it, it misses. And then makes way for the teeth to overlap and to shear, just like this. Oh, okay. It's already a little better. But it's been sitting on the bed of the truck for about, I don't know, winter. No. A little spray gets off to a good start. Unfortunately, that's not enough. I want these things to fall open when I use them. And I'm no slouch, but working that hard just to cut a cable, not my idea. So I got a little trick I've used before. Valve grinding compound. A fingerful. And this stuff lasts my entire life. Valve grinding compound here. Look, and what I'll do. Okay, so it's open. May pass in this section here. The overlap pass on here on the blade. All right, close it. Oh. So I'll put some more here and down here where it overlaps and touches, and inside and on the back and here until it's all covered. Basically, you want every surface that's going to go and drag on top of the other surface covered in valve grinding compound. Now, valve grinding compound is really gritty, and it has this is very unique properties. It's kind of like running a file in between two surfaces without actually running a file in between two surfaces. And it smells good. Now, listen to this. Feels like sandpaper, or sounds like sandpaper. Looks like it's getting in there good. Oh, baby. Ah. Ah. Okay, here we go. I think we're past the hardest part of it. Just getting it going. Gonna move some more of that in the groove. Now, valve grinding compound is abrasive on hardened tools. Now, I'm okay with that because I'm not going to leave it on. I'm going to take it off. You know what else I'm going to do here while I'm here? I'm going to take a ball-peened hammer, and this rivet that they have pressed on here, I'm going to hit it right on the rivet, because I know what happens when you hit the rivet. It does loosen up a bit. It mushrooms outward. Pulls the rivet up. There we go. It's already better than it was a minute ago. Gross. Oh yeah, it's even closing on the blade all the way now. The best and easiest part about fixing old hand tools is, one, you get a good tool out of the deal when you're finished, and two, once you start, it's easier to keep going. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Here we go. Thinking about fixing some more stuff. I got lots of tools to fix here. I should clean up my files one day too. Clean them out real good. I can get some sulfuric acid and baking soda. Clean them up. This one's nice and easy. All I gotta do is wiggle it back and forth a bunch. Got the valve grinding compound in there, and it's making the surface flat. It's smoothing it out. Almost like putting sandpaper on a piece of wood and holding that piece of wood flat on a surface and dragging it back and forth. That's what it's doing. Any particles of the grinding compound is in between the two faces that are rubbing against each other. And since they're flat, what it's doing is making it even smoother or flatter and removing any oxidization that has gotten in between those two. Now these cable cutters, like I said, I've used them for hoses and stuff, but these surfaces cause me grief. Now I have taken a file and filed down this surface so that I can use the entire blade on this cutter to my advantage, because right now I can only do up to a certain size. For hose, it's like about a 1/2 inch. But I want to cut 3/4 inch hose or 1 inch hose or even more. And I don't want to buy any new tools, so what I've done, I wish I had my other ones here actually. I might have a pair. Nope, I don't have a sharp pair here. So this is it. Livin'. L-I-V-I-N. Squeak, 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 squeak. It's getting better. I do want to hit this again on the vise. Oh. Here's something else I'm going to do now. I'm going to spray this again. Where's that spray bottle? I'm going to spray this. You want to see? spray. Now, Carb Cleaner does an extremely good job at removing valve grinding compound. I want to show you what this actually does here. You can actually see two different colors now. This surface here is a different color than the shiny bit or the rusty bit. It used to be rusty, but now because the valve grinding compound has been dragging on that surface, it's changed that surface forever now. Same on this side. You can see here on that surface, it's actually grounded a little smooth, quite a bit smoother than I expected it. All right, let's put this in the vise here. And give it some filing love. Maybe I'll leave that one. I'll put it in here. This way. I don't want to damage my blue plastic. But there we go. I'm gonna go the other way. Just because. Here, come on closer, take a look. So, I've got some files here. This is not a very coarse file. What we got? I'm sure I've got a better file here somewhere. I inherited many members of my family that have deceased here. My grandfather and my stepdad. Let's see if I can do this here. No, that's not working very well. Time to readjust. How am I gonna do this? We're holding this up here like this somehow. That might be better. It's very difficult to file flat, I find, because of the natural rocking motion. You want to like rock your arms when you file. But when you know there's an angle you want to hit, you do want to make a decent speed, you know, but sometimes it's better to go slow if that's what it's going to take to get the right angle you need, especially for sharpening hand tools. I'm going to use a flat in this section here. Channellock does this laser hardening surface treatment that they do, and they'll laser harden everything super quick. And to my knowledge, they're the only ones that are doing it right now, but I'm sure in a couple years everybody's going to be doing it. Files are something nobody uses anymore. Do you ever notice that? I've always used files for things. Sharpening things, gouging into things, cleaning threads up. I never have the right die or tap. I don't have a set of taps or dies. I got the odd one here and there, but what I have more of than taps and dies are files. Still a little gritty. That edge looks good though. Put this one in here. Give this a quick sharpening. Now there's a chip taken out of this one. I don't want to go too much into it. like I said about the laser heat treatment, it only heats up the outer part. If I go too deep, the center is going to be made out of high carbon steel. So that's steel with carbon in it, up to about 1%. I think the range is 0.6 to 1, but it's been 20 years since I've been in school, so could be mistaken on that one. When you cut through with a file through the hardened steel, then you're left with soft, gooey bits in the middle. Remember, use the half round, right? For round edges. Files do only cut one way, but I am guilty of misusing my files. Let's see here. Crunchy, crunchy, little crunchy. That means there's still some valve grinding compound working its way out. I gotta take off this rust. I think I can do it with a wire brush. I think so. Let me see what I got here. I got a little one. That's not very great. Ha! Ha ha ha! What happened? There you go. This is supposed to be like a welding wire brush. I might have one for the drill, but where? Let me find one. Make it a lot easier. I have sanders that will take it off pretty quick. I don't want to do that. I found one. This one will do a nice job. Goes in my drill. Oh, it does. This is not even my drill. This is my impact driver. Oh, let's see if I got one for my impact driver. Oh, where is my impact driver? It's gone. Know what? This might be okay. I need to buy a new one of these. I've had this one for way too long. I'll take off the steel a little bit, but it'll take off the steel a little bit, maybe a little more than I want, but I think the idea of these tools is that when they're bad, you throw them away, but I've never liked that. Never liked that idea. Probably because I'm a bit of a hoarder, I think. A bit of a tool hoarder, that's for sure. Cable cutters. Channel Lock, send me some free stuff. Serious. Look at that. Knock it on the inside. Let's see if I can do this here. It's very important not to take too much material off the inside if you can get there. Much better. I can still see some rust and some goo coming out the bottom. Through here. You can see it's a little shiny. But it's getting much, much better. Put that out there for now. And that brake cleaner is fantastic stuff. I've said this before, and I'm probably going to say it again 100 times, I'm sure. Brake cleaner is amazing. Carburetor and choke cleaner. Oh, I guess that's his cleaner. Is amazing. Carburetor and choke cleaner. Oh, I guess that's as good as brake cleaner. It's flammable though, right? Is brake cleaner flammable? I don't know. Oh. Here's how I know we're doing good. Okay, look. Let me do this a bunch. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. So the rivet is stationary on one side, this side. On the other side, when I'm wiggling it, oxidization comes in a few different colors on steel. You can see a black ring forming here, right? I can wipe it off. I'm gonna tip it this way. I'm gonna go like this. And when you see the black ring, it means you're doing pretty good. It means that the fluid and the valve grinding compound is working as magic on the shaft inside the rivet, right? So now look, here we go. Oh, it's getting there. It's not quite there yet. It's still getting there though. I can see it. Rust is still coming out. Let's put a little more of this on it. Now there is a problem with using carb cleaner or brake cleaner, whatever you want to call it, is that eventually it'll cause more rust than you had in the first place because you're stripping the metal of all of its like anti-rusting properties here. But it does a good job cleaning it off. Wish I had a roll of paper towels here. Maybe one day I'll put a roll of paper towels here. Maybe. You know what? I have not had a great week. You know that? I don't know what I should be doing sometimes when I'm faced with decisions. And I kind of get left in a position where I could be doing some good, but I don't know what I should be doing. Can't always be the guy with the plan. Whoa. Look at that. See, I got my stuff. I got my tools. I got my little project on the go. I struggle a lot with work. And I realize nobody's watching, but I understand what it's like to be discouraged in having a job. All I want is to be happy. Go to work, have some fun with my buddies, my work buddies. They don't even have to be my friends. Yeah. We've had some terrible things happen in the last year at work, and it has not been conductive in creating a positive, happy work environment. And this most recent one was pretty disturbing, but I know it's for other reasons. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to talk about it really, but here I am sitting talking about it. But you know what? Everything's gonna be all right. I have to choose to believe that because it could be so much worse. Anyway. Now, when you strip things with carb cleaner or any sort of like WD-40 even, you want to leave some sort of a lubricant behind, right? So, a light lubricant with a light viscosity is going to run faster when it's colder than something with a thicker viscosity. So if you were to take something like gear oil, is a fantastic, this is for my boat. This is for the gearbox of my boat. If my gear oil is thicker than some WD-40, maybe I shouldn't use that. If I was at work, I would just use some line oil or some sort of very thin mineral oil or air tool oil. It's usually pretty common for people to get that stuff. But I don't have any here. If I were to bring my tool to work, I would be able to lube it up, no problem. But since I don't, I'm using a little bit thicker grade. It's just Formula One, MotoMaster, General brand lubricant for your gear oil. Squeak, 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 squeak. Literally just walked in the garage to squeak, squeak, squeak up the cable cutters. The problem with me coming into the garage all the time is I'm very discouraged coming to the garage. So I always leave it a mess. If I'm committing to myself like an hour a week to come into the garage, fix something, clean something up, put something away, tidy it, and I videotape it, at least I can say, oh, I gotta do this because I said I would do it. Squeak, 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 squeak. More and more rust keeps coming out of here. Look. It's like rusty liquid right from here. Just kidding. That's gross. Let's see here. Like I said, thinner oil, the better for your hand tools. But it really doesn't matter because most of it will get rubbed in, rubbed off. Hand tools shouldn't be rusty. Stainless is probably not the answer, but like I had a pair of screwdrivers that were painted black the other day. They were all right. As soon as I scratched the paint off of it, after some time, I could imagine that it's going to be. In the meantime, look at this. Look at this. We've got it going pretty good. See, that's the movement. You grab it and you cut it. Valve grinding compound and carb cleaner or brake cleaner. Why do they call it brake cleaner? Who cleans their brakes? Brake cleaner. Maybe it's parts on your brakes, like your rotor blasts off the rust or whatever. And then a little bit of lubricant after the carb cleaner, because that's going to strip it of all its rust inhibiting abilities, set it up for some good oxidization later. But if you trick it by putting on some oil, doesn't matter what kind really. I don't think it matters that much. Look. And using your tools will prevent this, actually. If you leave them in your car, like I do, or in the back of your truck, like this one was, sometimes your tools will get rusty and seize up on you. But if you have good quality tools, like Channel Lock, or, I don't know, Jet tools are pretty good. I like them. But I like Channel Lock the best. I like them. Made in America, at least I think. Or at least they tell me that anyway, so. Squeak, squeak, squeak. And I only have to buy them once. Good tool in my hand's not going to let me down. If I got a tool, let's see. These are things I've had for years. Probably 15, 20 years. I may have got them at Christmas time. I would have never bought that. But what is it? Like coated in some sort of a flat chromium looking material. Look, these here are really, really old. I won't get rid of these, but these are better than those ones there. Look. I don't like these molded plastic handles either. See, they're too big. They're too bulky in your hand. I like the low profile, slim. Channel Lock has done a good job designing the different handles. The handles are all different depending on which tool it is. I would much rather have nothing on the handle like this than something that's twice as big and bulky. When it's smaller in my hands, I have more power and control. When this one, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't use them. I don't know why I keep them. Yes, I do. I'm a hoarder. I admit it. See, even these. This is a Wild one. Wild, USA, made in America. Right? But I don't like these ones because I have pinched myself something awful here on my fingers. Like this. Like if I could recreate the situation. Where I pinched it. Say whatever I was grabbing, I was reefing on and it slipped. And then these pinched my finger. I don't remember which hand it was, but one or the other. And it pinched it so hard I thought it pinched right through my skin. But, I mean, look. Perfect. This is exactly what I want. I like to throw it open. I can catch it. Woo. Thank you. These ones I'll keep. These other ones, I'll probably give it to the kids or something. Squeak, 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 squeak. Working them in, wiping them off. All the excess oil seems to have moved out most of the valve grinding compound. Look at this. Look at this. This is great. Let me show you the different handles. Let me grab another couple pair of channel locks, actually. Channel locks. Look here. So, what do I want? Those aren't channel lock. These are channel lock. These are channel lock. These are channel lock. And for the most part, these will represent the three main style of handles that they have. So these aren't, well, not lineman pliers, 369s. Right, so a good pair of pliers, okay? The handles are shaped like these cutters, but they're more exaggerated on the cutters because you're gonna wanna like reef through something when you're cutting on it, if it's a cable. With these, they don't have to be so exaggeratedly bent in, but they give you certainly a good grip when I'm bent and pull on something. They're not gonna slip off the end like some other tools. These ones, these are the channel lock nut busters. They've got a very nice grip. Look at this. It bent around my pinky finger, right? And I can hold it here and pull all day and reef on it. Now this isn't bent up because I'm more likely to press down on it. If it was bent up like this and I'm pressing down, this will be shoving into my fingers, into the palm of my hand and hurt. But they had they had the foresight enough to build it like this so that it comes down under my finger. And if I'm pushing on it, I'm not digging it into my skin. And then the other one, these things, I never use these stupid things. Look, they are brand new. They have never been used for pretty much anything. Right? And they have their regular traditional plier style handles. But I still own them because they're channel lock. These things are almost done. Squeak, 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 squeak. In order. Squeak, 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 squeak. I think they're good. Look. From rusted shut to almost nearly unassisted. Now what I want to be able to do is just kick it out with my finger and cut it back. I'm quite satisfied with this. Man. So now what? What do you want to do? What should I be doing? I feel like there's a ton of knowledge that I could bestow on people if I make videos. An hour-long worth of content would essentially be me driving some point across and then reinforcing it over the next 54 minutes. So, I don't know. It's very difficult for me to sit at the computer with the corona schooling going on and edit a video while I've got work, kids, homeschool, hobbies, if, well, not very many hobbies right now, but if I come in here once a week, is this something people would like? Just leave a comment, let me know. If you even get this far in the video, let me know. I have a feeling that people will watch for 5 minutes and then cut out, which is fine too. I don't even pay attention to some video game streamers that I've watched. And if you'd rather watch me play some video games like Call of Duty or Minecraft or something, you just let me know in the comments. Definitely gonna do that if that's what people would rather see. But if I do that, there will be children in the background making noise. I'm warning you now. Look at this. This is great. I'm quite satisfied with this now. Look, the oil's rubbed in. Nice and good. There's still some oil in between, but it's only melting the rust away. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. This is way better than the rusty thing. And now let's cut it. Let's see what I can cut in here. I'm sure I've got some things to cut. I'm sitting on a mountain of wire. I don't know why there's wires here. Oh, that's a good extension cord. Cable for cable TV. Piece of cake. Like it's not even there. Like it's not even there. Household wire. I got a ton of this. That's for 12 gauge or whatever. What else? Extension cord. It's not even as tough as that cable is. It's just got more jacket on it. More plastic. Yep. So, that's that. Yeah, seriously, leave me a comment or something if you want me to do something. I've basically got all the knowledge that anyone would ever need to do maintenance in a factory. Somebody should let me know if they're interested in this. I've had this sitting out on the counter for so long. I think I'm actually going to put it in the drawer with the. There you go. Nice save. Oh yeah, one more thing. Okay, bye. Let's see if I can end this real quick, like a professional this time.